Well, let's start over. Happy Valentine's Day. Um, so, do you need a good pound on Valentine's Day? Because I'm going to give you one. I'll be making a cream cheese pound cake. I don't know what episode number this is. I've done several so far. I did a recipe the other day with Beth Cruz earlier this week. Um, did I already say Happy Valentine's Day? I don't, man. I I can't believe I pushed the mute button again. I did not see that. Well, I'm glad. Thank you, Joe, very much for telling me there was no audio. Oh my gosh. Anyway, we're back on track now. I'm gonna give you a pounding on Valentine's Day, a pound cake on Valentine's Day. And so, if you are wanting to make this, you first need a block of cream cheese, 8-ounce block of cream cheese, a stick and a half of butter, and we're going to start with those along with a cup and a half of sugar. I'm going to cream them for my pound cake. I preheated my oven to 350 degrees. Got to make it hot. And while the oven was preheating, I set my butter and cream cheese on top of the oven while it's preheating to kind of, soften them a little bit. I don't really like using the microwave. Sometimes you can go a little too far. I don't want them melted, but I want them soft enough to cream together. I I usually like things hard, but when it comes to cream cheese and butter, at least for this recipe, you need it soft. Um, hmm, and you look like a balance. Oh yes, I said that before I realized my audio was off. I can thank Julie Elder for this apron, which is a perfect color for today's Valentine episode. It's in case you can't tell from that from your video screen, it is a pink and actually it's got pink and white checkered background with red flowers. So perfect for Valentine's Day. And if you are just joining me for the first time, my name is Brandon Elrich, and you can go to my publication. Brandon Elrich is So Gay, or Elrich Unraveling, which is my new publication for fiction and poetry. I'm trying to get that off the ground. So if you like those things, if you like fiction and poetry, go and subscribe to that. You can subscribe for free. Some of the content's free. Some of it's behind a paywall. Anyway, thank you very much for the hearts. Also, that helps alert the algorithm and such. Uh, and Rick Rack edging. I couldn't remember. It's got a black border, but I couldn't remember the name you used. Rick Rack. Rick Rack. Hmm. I am not a seamstress, so I don't know of these terms. I did make an apron though when I was in I don't know, seventh grade, I think, seventh or eighth grade. And it was it was pretty simple. I still have it actually. I wear it sometimes. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, the Rick Rack etching was used a lot back then. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm caught up with comments. All right, so I've got a stick and a half of butter, which is 3/4 of a cup. Um, and 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese, and then a cup and a half of sugar. We're going to cream them together. It's so funny. I don't know what the deal is with the viewers and stuff. They've just been crazy. Yesterday, I was on a video with Laggy, and within the first like 5 seconds, we had like 50 people, and it just kept going up from there. And then today, got less than 10. It's just so weird. I don't know what's going on with this stuff. All right. So a cup and a half of sugar. Let me get this out of the way. I like having a nice clear space to cook with, but when you're on video, you got to have it all right here. It makes it easier. Okay. Ding, ding. We've had the same thing with the porch. Yeah. I I I don't know. I wish I could I wish I knew what it was that's causing the difference so I could repeat the good parts. All right. We're gonna cream this together. Okay. Whew. Yeah, I would definitely suggest using a mixer for this part of it because uh especially if your cream cheese or butter is not quite softened, takes a lot of effort to get it creamed together. Oh, hello, sacred storylines. All right. Got cream cheese, butter, and sugar. And now we will add 4 eggs. Do a white and a brown one, and then a couple more white ones. Oh, should put my bowl over here. How is everyone's Valentine's Day? Do we have any plans today? Ah, I have my best friend is coming over today, and we're spending a I don't know I don't know what we're calling it. Not Galentine's, exact Galentine's Day, maybe? Galentine's Day? Not a thing, Julie says. Well, I don't typically do much for Valentine's Day. I mean, really, it's just a holiday that card companies and flower companies got together to create just to make more money. And I think they did it in February on purpose because of the flowers. Most people aren't going to have roses in bloom during February, unless they have their own greenhouse or they live in a warm climate, I suppose. So you have to go out and buy them from a florist. It's a whole racket, you know? All right. 4 eggs, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. Uh, 1.5. Oh, I should have done the baking powder first. Got my spoon. 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Oops. Uh, 1.5. I got bird seed sticks for my family of finches. The hoodlums, they love it. I have I have a bird feeder, but bird seed costs so much. Man, it's um especially like sunflower seeds, like black oil sunflower seeds, they like skyrocketed in price a few years ago. I don't know if they've tapered off or kept going up. I don't know. Let's see. 2 cups of flour. All right. Let me mix this up just a little bit. Mix the eggs in a little bit. All right. 2 cups of flour. 1 and 2. All right. I think done with flour. Okay, let's see. 4 eggs, vanilla, flour, baking powder. Okay, that's it for the batter. Oh, well, that's not quite it. I'm going to make a little twist, add a little twist to this one, as I very often do with many recipes. Ugh. All right. Ugh. All right. So the twist I'm putting on this is to make it a little more Valentine-y. I'm going to add some freeze-dried strawberries. And I'm not going to add the entire package, but let's see. I'm going to do about a cup. Ooh, off the shoulder. Yeah, I'm going to do about a cup of freeze-dried strawberries. And what do you want, Zoe? Zoe wants to go outside. Hmm, this looks a lot thicker than I remember. Well, I don't know. It's been a while since I made it, so maybe not. A pound cake is fairly dense. Okay. Ugh, I'm gonna leave this alone for just a second. And so one of the little twists to this is it is a recipe that was designed for a bread tube. And this one is a heart-shaped bread tube. So it's going to bake in this tube and it will slide out, and then I will slice it into, little slices of hearts. And the recipe is also it's actually made for two bread tubes. What do you want? You want to go out? But I'm going to put half the batter in a bread tube and the other half in this larger shaped heart pan. So I'm going to have a big heart and little hearts on it around it. I'm going to decorate it and stuff. So we'll see how this goes. So first, I'm going to, where's my, oh, there. Get a piece of wax paper. And I know you can't see that whole thing, but I'm going to draw around it. So I can put it in the bottom of the pan. Just in case the cake sticks, because I'm going to turn it out of the pan, put it on a platter. I'm cutting just inside of the line I drew, so it fits down inside on the bottom of the pan. I can see the line I drew. Oh, there it is. Ah, I scheduled this ahead of time because I thought I wanted to see if that helped get more viewers if they saw it and were interested. But I didn't seem to make much of a difference. All right, so I'm going to use some cooking spray. I'm about out of this one, but I've got another one. Right inside of it, put this little heart-shaped piece of parchment or wax paper. Spray the paper. Okay, and put that aside for a second. Now, I'm going to let my cat out. And then I'm going to spray the inside of the uh, bread tube. In this case, it's a cake tube. Ah, so annoying. My cats sometimes they drive me crazy. She knew it was raining outside. She doesn't want to go out now. Of course not. Okay. Okay. Spraying. I need to spray the inside of the caps that go on each end. And the inside of the bread tube. This here. All right, that looks good. Now, because it's heart shaped and there's not like a tight seal, we want it to be tight. So I have folded up this piece of wax paper. I don't know if you can see this. Truth to power. I love your apron. Oh, thank you. This was provided by some of my subscribers, actually. Very sweetly, and one of them is here in the chat, Julie Elder. All right. So press this down into and I could tape around it. I don't know if I need to do that. Maybe I'll just get one piece of tape, put around it. I'm sure I'll be fine without it, but just in case, I'm gonna put this piece of tape around it. Oh, sticking very well. I think I got oil on my hand. Whatever. It'll be fine. What do you want? You know, when she can't go outside, she is so restless. What? What? You going out? Oh, all right. She went out anyway. Fine. If you want to get wet, just go right ahead. Okay. I've got the pan sprayed, the tube sprayed, the caps of the tube sprayed. I think this should be good. I think it's thick enough that it's going to prevent it from coming out the bottom. I did have a little bit come out the bottom when I did it last time. But this time, maybe I can prevent that. There we go. Okay. So the other reason I wanted to put the freeze dried strawberries in before I did the spraying of the pan is to give the freeze dried strawberries a little bit of a chance to kind of soften a little bit in the batter. All right. Let's see how this goes. Mm. I think it might be easier if I got a spoon. Spatula doesn't look like it's gonna do all that well. Mm, yeah. Okay. So I'm doing half the batter into the tube. And whenever you bake the tube, you have to bake it standing upright. So I'm going to have to adjust my oven's shelf, probably. I think it's too high for this to sit upright. I'm also going to put it on top of a cookie sheet just in case it does end up uh, coming out the bottom a bit. It won't go all over my oven. Hello, Elizabeth Cruz. We're making a cream cheese pound cake. That looks like it's just about a little over halfway full, which is fine because it's going to rise in the tube and it should just about fill out the rest of the tube up here. Okay. Hello, Debbie. Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, by the way, if any of you happen to be watching on the Substack TV app, I would be really curious to know that. So please. Oh, wait. I don't know if you're watching on the TV app, you may not be able to comment. Never thought about that. Huh. I don't know. I'm not able to download the TV app because it's still in the beta version and it's only available on uh, certain streaming devices. And I don't have one of those devices. Oh, truth to power. I am. Oh, okay. So you have answered my question. So you can comment if you're watching on the TV app, apparently. Well, that's very interesting. I have lots of questions about that, but I don't want to pepper you with a bunch of questions and uh, make you answer them all. But I am curious, like how people find certain things. I mean, is it their following that comes up? Does it look like the Substack app when you're watching it on the TV? Is it like I don't know? It's like its own channel. Are there channels within the channel? I'm just very curious how this all works. Okay, this looks like it's gonna do pretty well. Oh, uh, Julie Elder, I'm too talkative to not be in a chat. We're all curious. Yes. And I was wondering if that's why the views have been up, at least on some in some of my video, like the video yesterday. I had I don't know, it was like ended up with like 150 people. And it was really what really surprised me was in the first 5 seconds, as soon as I went live. A lot of times when I first go live, I have to I'd tell the guest or whatever, like, oh, we'll chat just a few seconds while people are coming in and everything. But I did not have to wait because within the first 5 seconds, all of a sudden, 50 people just boom, 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 boom. And then, but then, today, maybe it had to do with the content, it had to do with my guest but I know, like, I went live with Laggy yesterday, and he doesn't go on live video very often. And I don't think he has a huge following. So I'm not really sure. Maybe people just aren't as interested in a baking video. Maybe it's the time of day of the week. I don't know. I was just kind of assuming that it had to do with the TV app, but could be wrong about that. Okay. Truth Power says, I think I misunderstood your question. I watch TV on my computer, so it's probably not considered a TV. Um, well, I don't know. Um, yeah, so there's a Substack TV app where you can watch Substack on your TV, depending on your streaming device. There are some smart TVs, and I think it's Apple is one of them, or maybe it's not. I don't know. I can't remember what they said. It was like an oh no, I think they did say it was an Android. Uh, if you have an Android service, I thought that a Fire Stick was connected with Android, and I have a Fire Stick, but I searched for the app in the App Store, Substack app, and it was not there. So apparently I can't get it. But I would like to talk to somebody who is able to see how that works. Very curious. Okay. Uh, Pound cake can be rather dense. So the batter, of course, is thick. Uh, oh, yes, it's apple. Okay. Well, I don't know. Okay. So I've got the heart-shaped pan with the batter in it. I've got the heart-shaped bread tube. And it's just slightly over halfway filled with batter. And we're going to put the cap on it. Yeah, maybe we're going to put the cap on it. Ah, there we go. Heart-shaped tube with a round-shaped cap. That makes sense. Anyway. All right, so I'm going to be putting both of these in the oven, and it's supposed to take about an hour for the bread tube. I'm not going to sit here for an hour while you wait for it to come out. So I am going to go live again. I'm going to go at, let's see, 12:30, 1:30. I'm going to go live again at 2:00. By that time, they should be done and a little bit cooled. I'll take it out of the tube, and I'm going to be decorating. Hmm. I've got some sprinkles, and I'm gonna try to see if I can write some messages. I'm going to chop up this tube, this heart tube, into sliced hearts, and I'm going to have the big heart. I'm going to be putting smaller hearts, kind of like the candy hearts, the message hearts. You know what I mean? I'm going to see if I can write. I'm going to ice some of them and write little messages on them. We'll see how that goes. So, if you want to tune in for the second half, come back at 2 o'clock. I'll go live again and we'll see how all this turns out. I appreciate you guys being here. Oh, Sacred says I can't find it on Roku or Apple TV. See, Roku, I thought Roku was one of them that they said it was available, but maybe not. I'll have to look back at that article again. They put out an article about it. I don't remember. Okay. Well, thanks for coming in. And if you want to see part 2, see how all this ends up, if it's a success or not, come back at 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. I don't know where you all are, but it's 12:37 here right now. So I'm going to come back at 2 o'clock my time, Central Time. You can figure that out for wherever you are. All right. Thank you. I'll see you in a little while. Happy Valentine's Day.